my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's good in Zoom. Hope everyone's good in YouTube. Yeah, let's get it. Let's have a look what we got going on here. Make sure all systems go. Yeah, we look good here. And yeah, hope everyone had a good day yesterday. And let's have a look what's going on. So start off here with news as always. Today's going to be Wednesday here. Pretty much clean all day. Even USD news not till a little bit later. So USD is pretty clean here as well. And yeah, basically clean day today. Nothing we have to worry about here in terms of news during London's session. So let's go ahead and do the analysis here. So start off here on the daily time frame, right? So yesterday's daily candle not giving us much information here, basically opening and closing exactly in the same price here. But what we do know is that essentially it created a range yesterday, which we could definitely see from price action on the lower time frame here. So if we look here, we popped up to the top of the range, tried to get continuation. You remember that during London session. Then it looked like NY was going to continue the daily bias of being bearish here, and we were going to see some downside movement, right? We were going to see price move towards the downside, but instead we just stopped at the bottom of the range here and are respecting it at the moment. So moving down onto the 4-hour time frame here, daily time frame is still below the range. We're not back inside the range. If this daily candle closed back inside of the range, would give us a lot of more confidence that this is kind of like a fake out, and we could expect it to maybe retest this daily resistance here, right? But zones literally stay the same from yesterday here. Moving down onto the 4-hour time frame here, we can see how 4-hour time frame is holding this support here. This is a major zone here, forming at the moment right here. And this current 4-hour candle is forming support, trying to continue towards maybe the top of the range potentially here. So we do have a mixed bias here, mainly for the session right now at the moment. How price is positioned, it's kind of more leaning towards buys, since we are coming from the bottom of the range. We're not coming from the top of the range. It's not this scenario. We're coming from the bottom of the range, but I understand that this could end up being a resistance here, and if we start breaking below this zone, that's where sells are going to come through here. I'm not comfortable selling in this range here. This is just way too choppy for sells. You can see how inconsistent sells are here. Tries to break down, rejects, tries to break down, rejects, tries to break down, and currently working on a rejection here. Even here we're rejecting right now. This looked good here, obviously. If this happened during a volume time, this 15-minute close here would be an option, I feel. but this is not really during the volume time, hence we're seeing a heavy pullback right now. Now obviously buys would make sense. Above here is going to be much easier buys here. We have a nice little range here that we can play in. Buying inside of this range here, it's an interesting one here. It's an interesting one. Based on 1 hour time frame here, it does look clean to continue up and test 729 here. This hour close here is in 20 minutes. I think it might be worth to wait for the 1 hour close, because if this 1 hour close can close bullish here, next one can make a top wick and maybe fill to the top of the range, because break of the high has around 11 pips here. Let's look at the 15-minute, what type of range we have here. Only around an 8 pip range break of the 15-minute high here. So yeah, not the biggest range here. We do have this kind of 15-minute resistance zone right here. This is kind of like a caution zone. So obviously it's obviously more messier in the range. We just tapped this resistance here and rejected it. That's what we were doing just now. So I feel like we need to break this high. Yeah, we need to break this high first. That is where we would see, I think, continuation here is above this high. Let's have a look. 30-minute has that same range as well. We have closed above the range here on the 30-minute as well, though. So obviously the early trades are going to come inside of this range here. That's where the early trades are going to come. I think it could be worth a shot here just based on 4 hour time frame and based on us just respecting the lows of the range. It could end up working out here towards the upside. But the easy buys are going to be anything closing above 729 here. So if there's no entry inside of the range, then I don't mind waiting for 729. But inside of the range, if there's going to be an entry here, you know, it could be more of an aggressive shot here, but maybe worth it, you know, if we're set on price going up today. I just don't want it to reject here, and this is like it be the opposite of what we saw yesterday. Yesterday we saw the same early move to be a liquidity grab for upside. This is the same early move to be a liquidity grab for potential downside. We have to keep that in mind. So that's why I want to see more structure formed here. There was no structure formed, just faked out. So if structure's formed here, will be better. So let's have a look at gold. Probably waiting for the 1 hour close here as well. And then in the meantime, we can look at gold. So gold here is breaking down a very, very interesting range here. That's a pretty easy close right there. Yeah, this close here, closing on volume, is telling you, hey, time to get going. Yeah, that's a very easy trade right here on gold. This one right here. Super easy. Yeah, so, but just not the time I'm looking at the chart, so that's all good though. And yeah, now let's have a look at daily time frame here, see what we got going on. So daily time frame's closing bullish here. So daily time frame closing bullish here. With the daily time frame closing bullish, basically gives you the information that at any time this candle can flip here, right? So this could just be a bottom wick on the daily to flip, break this high and continue up bullish. When we investigate on the lower time frame, obviously we've created this resistance here. Looks like we're pulling back. This thing looks like it wants to drive at least down to 2031, maybe even as low as 2029 here. Retest that zone. If New York ends up creating a support here, then you can expect that to give the upside move, right? So we're basically retracing some of this upside move here. 1 hour has closed below as well. So I do think we can entertain, yeah, this previous 4 hour support here at 2031. I do think that is where we are headed, you know, which is around 7 pips from our current price here, before making a decision if it wants to bounce off that or not. But remember, daily is still bullish. So if 4 hours do create support, then I do think that you could see some more upside here. Retest back into the zone. Problem is you don't have clean range here, so you want this to pull back. If you're going to look for buys later, you need this to pull back now to create you clean range, because buying into this is a no-go. This is not going to do anything. It's not going to help you with anything buying into this. So you need to have a clean range here. So I think now if you're not in sells from all the way up here, then I think you need to see some form of pullback now, and you know, to give you space, or you're looking back below this 2031 here. Back below 2031 is going to be your option, right? I think that would be your option here. 15 minutes about to close in 1 minute. This 15 minutes closing kind of doji at the moment. But yeah, I think the move came from here. If latest, probably the setup 3 here was quite nice as well. But yeah, not within my trading time, not the time I'm at the chart, so doesn't really bother me here. It's because I'm not looking at it. So yeah, I think you know, we might end up pulling back first because this is the first breakout. You know, we might pull back to 2033 500. If we create resistance around there, I do think we can still entertain target at least to this wick. Excuse me. The reason why I picked this wick is because it's the last sign of rejection. So we might revisit this wick, and then you know, we could revisit 2031 here. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, we'll see how this 15-minute closing here. Closing kind of doji here. You want to see the next 15-minute respect the high to get continuation towards the lows here. And yeah, that's basically it for gold here. Pretty straightforward on gold here. We're coming from the top of the range. So yeah. Yeah, look at that. Last 3 seconds closing up bullish here. So yeah, could just repeat another setup 3 here. As I said, you want it to respect the highs here. So you want this to make a bottom top wick now, which it's making, which is nice to see. And then you want to see it break down below these lows to give you continuation. But the origin of the move is here. That was the origin. Latest is here on the 30 close. Origin was this close right here. Very, very straightforward. Beautiful top wick as well, back into the zone. Look at this, top wick comes back into the zone and then leaves. What time was this? 9:30. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm not looking at the charts at 9:30. That's way too early. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's have a look at what GJ has done on the 15 close. Yeah, 15 closing bearish here, creating us a resistance here. So we just want to see something close above this resistance. We want to see the hour. So if this next 15-minute can do some business, close above the resistance here, we'll also close the hourly bullish. Might give us some early options here. We'll see. So yeah, that's the analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed and everything is clear. And yeah, you guys know the drill. If you haven't already, can we please do the YouTube business? Would appreciate leaving a like, all of that business. You know that one. So how much of us in here? Around 400 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Get the likes to around 150. Then I don't have to ask about the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. So I'd appreciate that. Get the likes up and yeah. Harry, if GJ closed above resistance, where would your target be? This first 15-minute is going to be a major watch zone. So I'll be watching what price does at this 15-minute because that's the most recent resistance. But realistically, I'm looking to hit the 1-hour resistance. Could this be a setup 3 on gold? Yes, it could be here. It could be, but remember the origin of the move started up here. So you're late in the move, right? If you're looking at the move is being missed. But this was not really missed because it was 9:30 a.m. Not really trading that time. So that 15-minute close. So now you're basically pretty low in the move here. So if you're going to take this setup 3, your target is only 6-7 pips away. Yeah, you'd want more of a pullback here. I have clean LTA. Yes, but this is the previous 4-hour zone. I know it looks good, but this zone has been a problem for gold all week. Gold likes to respect previous zones a lot. This is a very important zone here. So you just have to watch that. You can use it as watch, but maybe even just a close below will be safer here instead of the break below. Because this is the hour close coming, right? So with the hour closing, if the hour can close strong bearish like this, yeah, you probably get continuation next 1 hour, right? This hour closes with rejection, and then it's not looking good. Alright, this current 15-minute trying to pop up here. No bottom wick on this 15-minute. Do I expect it to make a bottom wick? Yeah, most candles do have bottom wick, so it's definitely possible during 11 minutes here. Might want to retest the highs here and then come down. Might want to retest this zone, come down, make a bottom wick, and then if we can close above and start to leave this kind of zone here, especially if we can close above strong like this and leave this zone, then we can entertain this target here first. This might be an issue here, but crossed through it, you know, a few times here. So I think with overall structure being bullish like this, it should be fine. Yeah, you want to see this high broken. YouTube business first, boys, click that shit. I appreciate you. Smash, thank you, thank you. Appreciate all your knowledge, appreciate it. Morning, JPY boss. Morning, morning. If it's not a liquidity grab, I'll be doomed if I'm bearish like this yesterday. What do you mean? What pair are you talking about? Do I have to worry about liquidity as a price action trader? As in what? Yeah, you have liquidity is something you have to understand, but it's not going to be the end all be all of your price action trading. It's just liquidity and price action just simply means how price is moving on the charts creates liquidity here. All right, that's what liquidity is in price action trading. Interesting 5-minute close here. Don't know how I feel about this with the 15-minute no bottom wick here. On the 30-minute, it still makes sense though. I mean, if you take break of 30-minute high, you need to run the stops here. Problem is, if you're sitting in drawdown by the hour close, if this hour does not close bullish, then you're in, I mean, strong bullish, then you're in a very tough position here. Very tough position. So yeah, I prefer to see a 15 close above, especially this early. Will give us better confirmation. If not, then I just buy above 729. It's good to see this candle here. No top wick though. Yeah, this is very enticing here. Yeah, I'd have to base this trade off the 30-minute here. If this closes like this in 3 minutes here, you'll have a thunderstorm as well. And 30-minute will be active here. 7 minutes. 5 minutes to the hour open as well. It could be interesting that actually. Might be worth to enter half and then rest on hour open. Four-hour where? 7-2? Yeah, that's 12 pips away. Your job is to try get to that and break through, right? You have space to get to that. Instead of buying super close to 4-hour resistance, because if we buy above 729, we need like a good close above that, right? Because it is 4-hour. It's a 4-hour zone. So I rather try trade to that and then get something that breaks through. You wait for what? You waiting to trade at 4-hour resistance, or you will wait for above that? Seems we have breakout on 5-minute. It's trying. It's trying. GJ's flying. I don't think it's flying right now, guys. Relax, relax. Can you check GU? Yeah, I'm just watching GJ at the moment. Why above 2.9? Because that's our resistance here, and then above it we have a really nice clean zone here. But if this 1 hour can close bullish like this here, then we basically also have a clean zone towards 2.9 as well. So 5 minutes for this 1 hour close, I think it'd be worth to wait for this 1 hour at the moment. Yeah, this candle no bottom wick as well. I do expect it to make a bottom wick. If it doesn't, then even if I wanted to enter using this 5-minute entry here, your only option here is to enter based on a 30-minute. But 4 minutes till an hour candle opens, you basically expect it just to break and push. And the last time I saw this break and push at this time was a very long time ago. So I need to see that before I'll take a trade based on that. Because it's early. Most of our trades don't come till after this 1 hour close here. That's kind of my rules as well. Until I see if price is moving at this time, earlier times, then yeah, maybe I can entertain an earlier option. But otherwise I need confirmation, which this 15-minute can give me here in 4 minutes. What strategy you use? Price action. Give me a sec, I'll go toilet, come back. Your LTA video is fire. Thank you, thank you. Glad you liked it. Can you please zoom out a little? I trade pretty zoomed in. That's the way I trade. Also, if I zoom out, it'll be very small for people. I think people prefer if I zoom in here. Alright, let's see how this 1 hour candle closes here. Five-minute has a bottom wick now. So 729 closest major resistance? Yes, exactly. Is this the time you all start streaming? Yes, it is. Gold, we did the analysis on gold. Yeah, popping up here, right? Popping up here. Dude, your LTA video changed the way I look at the chart. Solid strategy. Thank you, thank you. I think if this next 1 hour can make a nice bottom wick here, should be a good for an early option here. I might give this a shot. Right, 1 hour open here. Would have liked to seen a steeper bottom wick here. Hopefully it can try and make one. Yeah, there we go. I feel breaking this high here, gonna have a little bit reduced risk shot since we're inside of the range, but if this is gonna be the bottom wick of the 1 hour and the 1 hour flips and breaks the high, I have around 7 pips to here, 11 pips to here. Will it give me a shot? I can put stops around here, 12 pip stops. Price have been accumulating for 3 days. I refuse to go out shopping. 594 previous 1 hour. Yeah, we closed above it though. This one you're talking about? Yeah, but we crossed through 1, 2, 3 times, right? Even these wicks crossed through, no problems. And we would not be entering at it. We'd be entering as we break through it. If it was crossed through once, yeah, then I would worry about it. But since it's crossed through already twice, this time here no problem, and then when we came down no problem, I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. But again, it's inside of the range, so not going full pelt on this, right? Going reduced. Is your spreads high, Harry? Let me check. No, they're running like 0.8. Yeah, 0.8 pips. It's pretty average, pretty good. Can you explain what the reason of this entry is? Yeah, 1 hour closing bullish. We have clean candles here to the left. I rather try trade to the 4 hour resistance than trade right at it. Give myself a shot here. Happy to take this risk to see if I can get up to there. 15-minute created resistance. We're closing above. Closing above this most recent one. But it's not like a setup 1, 2, 3, or 5. Why? What's not? Why is it not like that? How is this not a setup 1? Price created resistance closed above, clean candles to the left. 1 hour time frame is closing above most recent resistance, clean candle to the left. 30-minute also breaking the high. Bro, can you add indices to the monthly plan for Pip Labs? Yes, indices will be there. We'll have NASDAQ. We'll have S&P, US 30, all of that stuff. It will be. Yeah, man. Yes, what the line is there for. What do you mean compensating? I'm giving myself a shot to the top of the range. For me, this crossed through once, twice. So if we're breaking this high, I don't know why it has to reject. And if it does, as I said, I'm not going full pelt on this trade because we're inside of the range. But I want to give myself a shot. I'm happy to give myself a shot here. If you guys are not comfortable with this trade, then just wait for the easy option above here. But I'm doing what I want to do here, and I'm happy to give myself a small shot here. But don't complain if you start to see it chop around and become a difficult move. Because I feel like I want to give myself a shot here. We crossed twice. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All good, man. See if we can start breaking this high here. All right. Broke above this high. Got triggered into a position here as we broke above this high. Stop's gonna go below here. TP top of the range here. 1 to the 1. Can extend it here eventually if we want to get going. But yeah, that's main TP. We'll possibly move break even, mental break even somewhere in these spots here once we stop tapping into these resistances here. But yeah, as I said, went half in this trade here just because we're inside of the range. Inside of the range, we can see inconsistencies here. But just based on this 4-hour time frame pushing up here, I want to see if it will give me a chance to get to this 4-hour resistance. That's why I'm taking a little bit more of a riskier trade here. More of the beginning of the month, giving myself a bit of a shot here after taking the win in the beginning of the week. I can use some of that profits into this trade here and not still end up negative if it ends up going the other way, and give myself more of a shot in the range here, which is what I want to try out here. Because as long as this structure holds down here, this should be able to continue up. And that's my idea today. If this just ends up going down, then I'm wrong today. Then I just end up being wrong, which is fine. Let's set up one on 15-minute as well. Closed above resistance. We just tapped into this small resistance here. This is where we could see a little bit of trouble here. Just tapped into that, you see? So this is where we could see a little bit of trouble here. So we need to see how we react off that. But as long as we hold this 5-minute structure here, I'm okay. Just I want to see if this ends up being a rejection or a reaction here. We have 4 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. Based on how this 15-minute candle can close, I can make a decision. Damn, why this zone has to be so strong here, huh? So strong. Hopefully not an FU candle just comes. If it re-breaks its own high, I think that would be a good spot to be mental break even. Has no business re-breaking its own high, popping here. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Right. Gonna be moving to mental break even at this point here, watching how it reacts off my entry. Alright, boys? Nice. Full break even, hard break even at this resistance here at 690 here. 690 full. Remember, I'm mental break even, right? Watching how it bounces off entry. I'm basically gonna wait for this 15-minute close here. Alright, 15-minute open here. We'll see if we can survive this. This one has no top wick, so I do like this, that it has no top wick here. This can make a top wick, so we'll allow it to do so. Coming pretty close to my entry here. Alright, now it's tickling on my entry right here. I'm basically sitting right on top of my entry here. So if this thing doesn't flip from here, I'm probably just gonna... That's tough with this no top wick. I do expect it to make a top wick though. You will see based on this 1 hour candle. Yeah. Let's see here. Alright, so if this comes back to my entry now, I'll be out BE. So let's see. Alright, that's my plan here. This flips, I'm out BE now. As I said, I was mental, watching if anything got below my entry. Still, I'm watching 1 minute here, guys. Wait, I'll tell you exactly when I get out. Exactly when I get out. Just listen. Just listen for the call. Now I'm literally sitting right at entry on my broker. As 1 minute re-breaks its own low, I'll probably get out. Alright? 1 minute re-breaks its own low here, I'm out. That's how I'm gonna run it. Alright, boys? Understood? Alright, got tap break even here. As I said, 1 minute broke its own low. Got out for break even here, and that was basically it. Gave it a shot here. As I saw this structure made, if it's not gonna come up here, I'm not willing to hold it here. So yeah, that's basically how I ran this here. So if you're on YouTube and you didn't have enough time to listen to my call, here's your chance. You're sitting right at break even right now. That's what I'm doing here. If you're still holding, yeah, it could come back down here. Could come back down, but I told you I'm out break even. You've had 2 chances now to get out. It just popped up here. That was your second chance. So yeah, that's how it is, man. I think I made the right decision. Pretty happy with that. Closing at break even. Don't think it's too much of an issue. So yeah, saved from this drawdown, right? Saved from this drawdown. Yeah. Happy with the way I managed that. This should have given us a bigger push, but I'm not willing to hold this whole big drawdown here. I've seen this happen before, where we just open no top wick, and if we don't create structure on the 1 minute time frame, it's done. That's why I allowed it to come mental break even. I was watching if it bounced off my entry. It did bounce off, but as soon as it re-broke its own low, boom, I'm out. And that's what I was telling you guys. Possible re-entry on the flip. Let's have a look. What's the difference between 1.7 pips? Yeah, that could be definitely a re-entry here. Yeah. Still trust in it? Yeah, but I think it's better to be in a re-entry instead of... So I think manage and probably a re-entry on the flip. The bottom wick, steep bottom wick is a good thing. Yeah, it could be worth it re-entry on the flip. Happy with that management though. I think you can't manage a little bit any better than that. So that's what I mean. I was happy to give it the shot there to see what happens. Like 11-10. So yeah, avoiding this drawdown now to get potentially a better entry. This zone is hard. Yeah, it's not the easiest zone. I think, yeah, it still makes sense to hold, but I don't want to be messing myself up inside of this zone. I think you're still good to hold though, actually, man. You should be back at break even now if this 5-minute close is bullish. You should be good. Yeah. Look at gold. What's gold doing? Yeah, gold's popping up here, right? Gold's popping up. That's a bit late in the move down here. Yeah, popping up here, back in the range here. As I said, this was the sell from here down to here. I thought at least we'd fill this wick, but it seems like we still have that bullish pressure coming in. My gold is in drawdown. Oh, you didn't move to break even? You said you were in gold from up here, man. That should have been break even. Remember I said once it's breaking this high, it shouldn't be breaking this high. So even if you were in from here, it shouldn't be breaking this high. As soon as it breaks this high, should be just okay, I'm out. Kind of like what I did here. Very aggressive, you see? Check 5-minute. Yeah, I saw it, man. It's creating support. Should be okay. How do you say stone cold even in drawdown? Because I'm following my plan. I've already accepted a loss if it's going to hit. Give me a shot on the flip, yeah, like a pip above. Wait probably for this 18 seconds. Might wait for this 5-minute close here, guys. And then if we can close above here in 3 seconds, I'll break the high. Right, we didn't close above. Or 30-minute close? How long till 30? I don't know why I still have this line on. Yeah, maybe 30 as well. Yeah, let's see. Do you think it's too close to resistance for re-entry? No, not if the 5 was to close above, because that would give us confirmation of continuation here, right? So close to 5, that's why I just wait for 5. The focus is too much on Gbpjpy, then you focus on something else, brother. I can't believe you're telling me what I can and cannot trade. This is not a stream for you. I am trading how I want to trade. Unbelievable. Why are you bullish on GJ right now? Because we're coming from the bottom of the range here. We created support here. So the 4-hour time frame created support. We're coming from the bottom of the range. So that's why I gave it a shot here. Since we're inside of the range, you saw me be aggressive with break even here. Allowed it to bounce off my entry and just close that entry. Then I wanted to re-enter if this 5-minute closed above here, but no 5-minute closed above. So I'm happy with the way I did it. What mistakes could have potentially been made on this trade if there was any? I don't think there was any mistakes on this trade. I was happy with the risk because we reduced risk because we're inside of the range anyways. We entered break of high here. As soon as it gave a push into profitability here, we said that we would go break even. We were watching mental break even. 1 minute came back. We said, okay, allow the 1 minute to create support. It tried to create support. Then I said, if it re-breaks its low, I'm getting out. It re-broke its low. Even if you didn't have enough time, which I called like 5, 6, 7 times, it did reject again, give you a chance to get out again. But if you're just greedy and not listening, then that's your problem. So I think managing at break even is even also a good idea, because it just avoids drawdown, because we don't know where this drawdown will end, right? That's why we can avoid drawdown and plan re-entry. We have done that before. And this is the way I like to trade. Can't believe people are telling him what to trade simply by listening to his streams and acting patient. I passed a funded account. Well done, man. Congrats. Isn't break even, isn't it a loss since it broke 1 minute low? How is it a loss if I closed at my entry price or 1 pip here or there? So that means that all of the trades that I close 1 pip in profit, I count as a win, right? Because sometimes when I move to break even after a big push, right? After a big push, when I move to break even, I'm 1 pip above to cover for all of that. So does that count as a win? Because if I call that a win, you guys would say I'm lying. If this 30-minute close is doji, it's tough. Yeah, it doesn't help. Then I think we're just waiting for above 729 here. 729 will be the trade. We can see there's not much volume in here. We got in a good move. The move gave us a push, exactly what we wanted. But if it's not going to continue, then there's nothing we can do about it. We just manage it, close it, break even, and then we move to the next trade. That's how you're keeping safe. People marrying the trade, trying to hold it in drawdown, they're going to be in trouble. Can you pause GJ? It's paused already for you. It paused. In fact, I think you're focusing too much on trading. Tell us about shampoo. Yeah, whenever the markets are doing nothing and then I start talking about something else, people are like, you don't talk about trading. And say, what? How can I access your course? My free course is on YouTube. The free course is on YouTube. If you want access to the exclusive group, then you'll have to join the exclusive group where you get access to all the webinar recordings and all of that content there. This is the overview. You get my strategy here. You get all of these contents here. We just added liquidity for all the guys who don't know in the exclusive. We just added liquidity as a part of it. This is a really interesting webinar here. Bank of Japan, the battle with their economy. I really, really rate this webinar. Super, super interesting. So yeah, that is you get from the group. Do you trade differently during NY session? No, all the same. All the same. Okay, how did this 30 close? Yeah, not the best 30-minute close here, right? So I'm glad we got out this trade because this is not giving me confidence of upside. So probably next volume we're going to see come in is at London Open here because we're just ranging now. We're just slowly moving, ranging. I still think that, you know, price can continue up bullish here, but I'm not willing to hold drawdown. Stops were just here. I don't want to hold into stops for it to reject and then continue up because I can get another entry. Look at gold. Yeah, you guys need to relax, guys. You guys really need to relax. Keep telling me to look at gold when the move is done is not going to help. What can I do? What do you want me to do? It's not a win. A win is when the win rate goes hand in hand. Risk to reward is useless. No. Actually, that's not counted as a win. So a break even is counted as nothing. Not a loss, not a win. So it will not even be considered as a win, man, by the way. It's useless to have a 79.7 if the risk to reward is negative. Risk to reward wasn't negative. Our first target was the top of the range here. We had a 10.9 pip stop loss. Well, 11 pip stop loss. And the target here from entry was 12 pips. So exactly basically a 1-to-1. So I don't know where you're getting negative risk to reward. If you look at the trade we took here, you can go back and watch this trade, right? This trade here. We had a 12 pip stop loss and a target of 16 pips. So I'm talking in general, man. Oh, when you put something in chat, I thought you were talking to me because you didn't mention anyone. For you, was this a good entry? Was watching the setup 2 in the range, did not feel comfy, 5-minute setup. Did the 15-minute close bullet? Yeah, this is a 15. Yeah, I like that it did the liquidity grab first. You see liquidity grab first, so yeah, I think this was definitely an option here for you. Yeah, for sure. Especially with this moving uptrend here. Came up, went, tried grab liquidity from the bottom, closed in the range here. At least you get to this, move break even. At this area here, this candle wouldn't have tapped you break even, and then you're fine. You get that big rocket. If it was this on a 5-minute, then no, I don't agree with it on a 5-minute. But on the 15-minute, yes, it's good. It is good. What do you profit from 1 pip? I don't consider 1 pip profit. 1 pip basically covers commissions, right? Just slightly in profit after commissions. And it always equals itself out during the year, right? Because if you're moving break even, you're probably going to be losing 1 pip, 1.5 pip with spread and all of this stuff. And then you're going to be making 1 pip here, 1 pip there, sometimes when you move a little bit above break even. So it all equals itself out at the end of the year. So you can just all call that, like, you know, even. This streamer risk reward is around 1-to-1. Trust me, I've been watching him for about 3 months. He's pretty solid. Thank you, thank you. What's your favorite mood to get you into trading? Mine is Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't watched Wolf of Wall Street. 1 pip on a 1 lot is $5 for you? £5? Yeah, I think that sounds right. Wolf of Wall Street is not about trading? I haven't watched it, so I don't know. It's about selling and brokering. I see. You know, I haven't watched Wolf of Wall Street, and I haven't watched The Big Short. Need to watch both. Big Short is good. Alright, for the month of January, profitable or not? Yes, we closed at 6%. All the guys saw me take all the trades. All the trades that I took, I showed you guys. Why do you tend to have a 12 pip stop loss? That's just what structure granted here. Because I'm putting my stop loss below 50-minute low, and instead of putting it really tight below 50-minute low, I just gave it a bit of breathing room and then put it below 500 here. Always nice to have my stop loss below a key level. So that allowed me to have some room here. So that ended up being 12 pips, right? 11.8, whatever. $6% in stream? No, not 6% in stream. In actually in January, in the beginning of the year, we had good trades because GJ was moving, and then many positions came New York, many positions came in like after stream as well. But this month we're seeing already most positions have come on stream. Like I haven't taken a trade this month in New York. All positions came on stream in London, just like this one here. The movie Wall Street Money Never Sleeps is pretty good too. I'll check that out, man. Watch The Big Short on stream when we have no trades? No, then people will complain. This is the problem. They always find a reason to complain. Is there a reason you don't stream NY? Yeah, because I'm not trading NY. I don't do something just for the sake of it. I'm not a content creator. I'm not someone. I just want to come here, do my job, and get on with my day. You have to understand, streaming is very different. Like, I'm happy to sit here in the morning and discuss what I'm doing here, but it's not going to be fun when you have to trade for no reason. Like, I'm not like one of these gurus who wants to trade for to get clout or to impress people. No, if I want to, I want to have fun. I want to go relax, right? And this is exactly why we manage the trade. You see this, guys? This would have been nasty if we didn't close at break even. But trading in NY with you would be great. Yeah, it's great for you because you get free value, but it doesn't benefit me, right? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. That's not my session. I don't want to be sitting at the charts for 6 hours. It's too much. It's too much. I don't enjoy that. That's not me. The whole point I started trading is to make more time for myself. Good documentary about Japanese ladies trading JPY. Sorry, I thought you traded NY behind the scenes. I do trade NY behind the scenes, but not stream NY behind the scenes. So does that make sense? Like in NY, I will set alerts and I'll just have an eye on the chart when those alerts trigger. But here in London, I'm fully locked in, focusing on everything. Whereas if I was trading NY today, I would have one alert above here. I wouldn't even try options in here because I know I couldn't be active like I was just now at the charts to manage this as quick as possible, right? So if I wasn't managing it, it would have just taken me as a loss. So that's why these options, I can give myself these options during London. And when these options pay off, say we were to just rip through here, break straight through the highs here, that's a great position. That puts you in an amazing position, right? But if this was NY, then I would just have an alert above here like this, and then I would get on with my day. If my alert triggers and I see an entry option, I can take that, right? So I take the simple options. From you, Harry, I learned something that not many traders have grasped, and it is awareness of the markets. You take the trades, you understand their probabilities and act based on them, minimizing losses. Yes, exactly. That comes to sticking to one pair as well, because you get to understand that. Can you at least make a video on how to trade during NY session? Yeah, you can watch my mixed session bias, but that is something I do have a video on it in here in the exclusive content actually. NY session bias. The only difference is NY session bias. Understanding a little bit about NY session bias. There's only slight differences here, but it's essentially a mixed bias. You put more weight on the daily candle in NY session. But in this video, for all my guys in the exclusive, if you haven't watched it already, this goes into a little bit more depth talking about NY session bias. Only on gold? Yeah, this is mainly for gold. For GJ, we can use the information we have from London to trade into NY, right? Man, when we got that pop-up here, I really thought the next 15-minute candle would just do a lot of business here. It was looking very nice after we got the liquidity grab down, and then boom. We were holding drawdown for some time. And then we were holding all this drawdown, and then boom. Entry was on this candle here, breaking the high. Likes to give liquidity several times. Yeah, but I still do think it was worth the shot. All you guys got out, right? $100% worth, no B? Yeah, okay, good. No, because I was changing my kid's diaper? No, man. Come on. You had like 3 chances, it came back up here. Shit was massive, bro. Okay, that's a big problem. Around 2 pips. But you must have got triggered a little bit later then, right? You must have been triggered somewhere up here, 618 something. Yeah. How much was your spread? In your stream journal from January, your overall 6 pips loss? No, because that depends on risk, right? You have to understand that obviously a gold trade here, this gold trade here was done with very low risk. But these trades here are done with normal risk, except for this one and this one. So this one was with normal risk here. This gold trade was with low risk. So this is half of the loss, if anything, right? Watch back the stream, you'll understand. Gold trades you can't account because their stop sizes are much bigger, but we adjust based on that, right? And this is why I don't like saying, because this yesterday, this trade, what was this? No, day before yesterday, this trade, I basically risked 3.5%. So I could say I'm 3.5% up, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's just take it everything 1%, you know? I understand now, thank you. Yeah, so calculate everything by 1%. Say everything was 1% win, 1% loss. That's the easiest way. But that's why you have to be active in the streams, because I always say half, full pelt, you know, normal trade. Because my normal trade, like a trade that I'm going to go normal risk, is going to be above here. That's the original plan. This one, I'm happy to give it the shot. Reduce just a little here. Who's still in? Bro, you run massive stop losses. You'll be in forever. Already big push. Yeah, it's been quite a big push. You're coming pretty close to this. You're kind of at this rejection zone. EU, man, I don't know about you. You've been looking at EU more than me. But every time I see this big push and you talk to me about these trades, these normally fail. I don't see EU continue after a big push. 100 pip drawdown for 1 pip. Legendary stuff. Don't you always have the same risk? No, actually, I don't always have the same risk. It depends on the trade. That's more of an advanced thing. I'd recommend if you're a beginner to stick with the same risk. That's what's holding me back too, yeah. That's what you have to study in a pair, right? That's why each pair has their own tendencies. But as far as you've been looking, you know, as far as I've been looking at it with you, I don't notice those pushes do very well. This candle here will be the London Open candle, right? Yeah. Now this 30 minute, if this 30 minute can close like this looks interesting here. And if this 15 minute can close above this resistance, looks also very interesting. But this would have been super nasty if we held, right? This would have stopped us out and then would have gone bullish. Damn, I would have been super pissed off if that happened. Because now I'm still sticking with my same bias. If I was trading main account, I would have lost my shit. Yeah. Why are you not using IC markets in Tradingview? I don't think they're in Tradingview, man. I don't think they're in Tradingview. No, they're not in Tradingview. Look. Pepperstone, FXCM, Capital. See all brokers. Let's see. No, they're not. It's in beta? Okay, cool. I don't like anyways trading on Tradingview because this is a second chart, not a tick chart. This moves every second. Every second it moves. But on MetaTrader or any other type of trader, we get ticks by tick. You get much better latency. Latency on Tradingview is absolutely crap. Tradingview is just the best platform for charting. It's the best one for charting. This IC market chart in Tradingview? Yeah, there would be. That's how they get them. I use TradingView to trade and no issues. Yeah, but you'll notice the difference when you have latent, like your execution will be so much quicker on MetaTrader. And MetaTrader is not even the fastest. MetaTrader is still considered slow. The best thing to do is have a direct API connection to your broker. You can ask your broker for an API connection. You can make yourself an own dashboard and you'll get the best latency. Best latency. Because in scalping, latency is important. What I think of setup 3 in GU? How much pips do you have to here? Yeah, that's just your watch zone here in GU. .6 pips. Yeah, you have till there. Yo, what happened with, I hope he won OB. He went AWOL, took heavy loss. Think he's fine, but people are taking trade up pissed. He took another trade, closed 13 pip loss. Maybe this can play out. You're in from there. Good luck, good luck. See if we can close above here in 7 minutes. Hopefully we can chill for the next 7 minutes. That will be the re-entry. Not good. If you have enough space, I don't know about you. Is that enough space? 3 pips? That's your target, man. You have to watch that. That's your watch zone here. Right? So you have till here and that's it. Kind of have a long setup 3 here. This wick is normally too long to count for the rules here. I wish we had more range here. If we had more ranges, make this a lot easier. 6 pips here. We're playing pretty tight here, pretty tight. Are we waiting for 729 break? I want to see how this candle closes here in 5 minutes. Maybe with London open volume here, if we make a deep bottom wick and flip, we could have a wick fill. If we close above this resistance. If not, then it'll be worth just to wait for 729. Man, yesterday I got screwed by gold. So many fake outs yesterday. It was up 2%. Then after yesterday, -7. Yeah, but you should manage. Your risk there, right? Never allow yourself to take more than 2 losses in a row. So even if you risk 2% per trade, you shouldn't have been down more than 2% yesterday, because you would have been up and then taken 2% loss. Normally, if I take a win and then take a loss, I just call it a day and call it a break-even day, because you're trying to force, especially as it gets later into the day. Here's Gbpjpy. Need some volume here in GJ. See, 3 minutes till London Open. See if this candle can close above here. London session will start now in 3 minutes. London session's already open. We have Frankfurt open, but London Open will be in 3 minutes here. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Well, not 3 minutes. 1 minute, 19 seconds here. I'm gonna wait for London Open before any positions here. Literally a minute to London Open, so worth to wait for that for me. Alright, interesting close here on the 30 minute. So only 5 pips. If we get a steep bottom wick here, I'd be interested. Steep bottom wick, then I'm just going to rely on volume to push through this 4-hour resistance. I feel like we can break this 4-hour resistance today. But we need a steep bottom wick. Maybe somewhere down to... yeah, somewhere down to like 630 I need. To try a wick fill. Jaden, keep asking me stop loss every single trade. You need to understand where stops make sense. Because if you don't understand the trade, you can't manage it. Right? Yeah, I just wanted a little bit deeper here, man. But this would be break-even spot, top of range. So yeah, if you guys are in buys or anything here, be careful here, top of range. Right here, top of range. This is target, right? This is target here. And yeah. This is now all plus. Let's see, even if I took this on the flip here, let's see if I would have been break even. Is it true if GJ goes up, gold goes down? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they're negatively correlated like that. But sometimes they just move together. Like yesterday they were moving together. That's why I wouldn't rely on that. I wouldn't rely on that. Yeah, this would have tapped me break even here. So it would have been 2 break evens for the day. So yeah, again, waiting for the plan here, you know, this will be the plan. Pretty simple now. To me, this means GJ is not ready. No, but I think if we get a close above it, this will be a major breakout zone, right? The zone we've been trying to break out from yesterday. I think that would still be worth a shot. Especially if this next 5 minute can pull back, create structure here. That'll be the liquidity we need to go. Creating structure, yes. Hard day? No, I think it was a good day in terms of management. But yeah, not the movement we wanted. We wanted cleaner movement. But look, we're still inside the range, guys. It's always going to be hard inside the range. Luckily, we managed. If we didn't manage, this would have gone stops and then straight to TP. So realistically, the only way we could have still survived this trade is if we put stops all the way down here. But then you're holding 17 pip stops and then the target would have been 11 pips, 12 pips. So I don't agree that I would have then treated it like that, you know. Yeah, would have been double break even. Want to see if this daily can break high? Yeah, it would be good. I think this is the daily high, right? Yeah, that's the one. I think we need to close above 729 here for any type of continuation. I missed the entry. I was adjusting my lot size. No, I don't think you missed anything. Even if you entered on the flip here, you'd have to be aggressive because we hit target, right? So if you get lucky and this just pushes through resistance, then you're just gambling because that is 4-hour resistance right here. Right? This is 4-hour resistance. So you can't just ignore it. You can't just let price tap it and say, I'm still going to hold and hope it goes because this is 50-50. But if this closes above, yeah, it's different. That's where the confirmation comes. Thunder above would be too nice. Oh yeah, that would be sexy. I was long in Gbpjpy USD for the last 3 days. Higher time frame Gbpjpy USD is bearish. Hey Maya, this is the trade, right? You get to this resistance, move break even, and then now you just leave it, right? But looking at 4-hour, yeah, man, you look good, man. If you've been holding for the last 3 days, this is definitely a bouncing area, and you look like you're in for a hell of a bounce. So you're totally fine until otherwise. Until this creates some major resistance here, this is fine. You're just at 4-hour resistance right now. Might see a little pushback from here. Otherwise, this should just move smoothly up to at least maybe 126.493. But you're chilling, man. If you've been in since the last 3 days long, you're definitely chilling here. I was not able to get in. Oh, what happened? What's the craziest spike you've seen during a stream? Spike, I think Japanese intervention. Bank of Japan intervention, that definitely comes and surprises you. Do you look at the chart after the stream with your exclusive stream? Yeah, of course, man. We spent like an hour after stream in the exclusive group discussing, looking for more opportunities if there are, saying the plans that we're going to be looking at. So that's what we do in the exclusive group after. So yeah, of course, definitely. Are you looking to get into a trade still? Yeah, if we can get above 729, that's still the plan from the morning. As I said, I would give myself an early shot, which I did. Obviously came back to entry. Now I'm waiting for something else. Thanks for the advice. All good, man. I really admire the way you trade. Thank you, thank you. 15-minute closing above will be good. Yeah, I think that's the minimum we need. This 5-minute here closing bearish is a good thing. This is a good thing because if the next one closes above, we have structure. Morning, Harry. Morning, Wes. Hope you're well, man. I don't earlier towards... What do you mean I don't in earlier towards the bottom for a long? Don't know what you mean by that. Not fully decided 3-pip watch zone was enough, but my target TP was DR, which is 12. Probably next time I'll just be aggressive to move SL. Yeah, kind of like what I did, yeah. What I did today is kind of the same way you would treat that trade. But it's okay if, you know, understanding 3 pips was not enough. But let's see how big your stop loss was in this scenario. You wanted at least, yeah, 5 pip stop loss for 3 pips, fine, because you have, yeah, 6 pip stop loss. It's half of your stop loss. So at least allows you to make a decision here. But I would say your TP should be the 4-hour resistance, not daily. Right? That's most recent. Like up the stream, boys. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying the stream, you can leave a like. Get the likes up to 300. No worries. You know the YouTube business. Hate to say it. How do you control yourself not to get greedy while in a trade? I have a target and I close at that target. That's it. Simple as that. I squeeze. The squeeze is the best. Bro, what's in the group and I want to join? Is it open? Yeah, group is open. There is 3 spots left actually after yesterday. And all the information, you can just find it on my website, man. You know, we have basically the Zoom calls that continue after stream. We have the exclusive content, the webinars, you know, all the good stuff. All the good stuff in there. Just a place for you to, you know, if you want to learn, grow, get more information. That's basically it. It's a community, man, you know, and it's just paying for my time, right? So if you want more of my time, you want to be able to speak to me on Zoom, ask me questions, get direct feedback, that's what it's for. But that video on my website explains everything. I'll just link it, then you can watch the video. That's why I made that. So you can see it in there. How long do I need to be consistently profitable in order to know that I'm consistently profitable? I think you need to experience one market cycle, so that's going to be a year. And during that year, you should see you know, it's okay to be some months negative, especially in your first 3 years of trading. I would say for the first 5 years, 4 to 5 years, you're probably going to have maybe 1 month negative. Like last year, which is my basically 3rd year in trading, my January was negative. So it's okay to have a negative month when you're starting out, but most months you want to be turning a profit. If you're not, then obviously you're not consistent yet. If 1 month you're turning the profit, next month you're giving it back, then you're just going to end up break even end of year. So yeah, you do want to be turning a profit month to month, but one negative month here or there is not really going to impact you long term, because you have 12 months. So 11 of those months, it's like a business running negative for 1 month. You know, it's completely normal, especially a week. If you run a negative week, you shouldn't get heated up about yourself. I don't understand why people think that they need to have back-to-back positive weeks. That's just unrealistic. Even in business, that's unrealistic. I have 3 negative months. I started trading 3 months ago. Yeah, you can't even tell me what a candle is. Started 3 months ago. I couldn't tell you what was a trend line. I couldn't tell you anything 3 months ago. Not 3 months, but 3 months. It's not 3 months. 3 months into trading. All right, 1 minute here for this candle to close. Will it do some crazy business in 1 minute? Let's see, 44 seconds. See if we get volume for it to close above here. Does look like it's trying. Just need some volume here. This 1 minute candle here, no bottom wick. Maybe might not do it. Oh, it's really trying here. I wonder if it will do it here. Do it! 5 seconds, do it! Do it! Do it! All right, we're closing at resistance. I need something to close at above resistance here for me to be able to take a trade. Claudio said don't do it, so it didn't do it here. You jinxed it, man. I do think we can probably fill this wick here and retap this 5-minute resistance up here, because this is, we do have a 5-minute bullish candle close here. So it makes sense to retest this 5-minute, but then that's based your, because if you're looking at a trade on 5-minute, you need to base it on 5-minute. So basing on 5-minute, that's where I think we can reach here. So until we get above there, there's no continuation. Now, for me, a 15-minute close here would be ideal. Will also be the 30-minute close above, and I think that will be your move, right? That will be your move if you can get a 15-minute closing above here. We can see it rejecting at the moment. So yeah, that's basically it. So we need a 15-minute closing above there. No 15-minute closing above there. No following my plan and no trade. I feel that volume's really dead last couple of weeks. It's not as continuous just yet. I mean, if this we had high volume, this option here would have just flown straight to TP. It was a great option. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wait for that. All right, I'm gonna wait for a close above this zone. You guys know the plan, and once that happens, I'll be looking to execute potential position here. So if you guys know the plan, then you'll be able to execute it. You won't have to sit here waiting to be spoon-fed. You'll actually know what to do, and hopefully you can apply that. So that's what I'll be waiting for here, not FOMOing into anything without a close above. If you really want to FOMO, you basically need something closing above 5-minute structure here if you really want to FOMO, but depends how disciplined you are. But for me, I'm waiting for 15, not getting caught up in any of this stuff. So I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Take care, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Peace. Yes, sir.